Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Students, now in this video, we are discussing plastids. In plastids, we know very well. So here, what are the plastids? There are three different types of plastids are there now. So chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast. So in this video, we are discussing leucoplast information and chloroplast information. Even in a textbook, they didn't give information regarding a chromoplast, but while taking NEET classes, I'll give you that particular information, but not now. Okay ma? Now let us start to discuss plastids. The leucoplasts are colorless plastids. Emma, what are those? Leucoplast. So in previous video also we learned leucoplast is nothing but colorless plastid. So one example, so what is the example we took WBC cells example we took now? Emma, so WBC cells means white blood cells we will be considering as leukocytes. Okay, so why? Because of the white color. So likewise here also even these leucoplast means colorless plastids. Leucoplast means colorless plastids, no color. So of varied shapes and sizes with stored nutrients. So suppose if you see there are different shapes and different sizes are there, and all are definitely involved in storage of nutrients. So because of the storage of nutrients, and what is the type of stored food material present in the leucoplast, based on that one. So we have categorized or we have divided these leucoplasts into different types. So what are those? So first one is amyloplast. So first of all, let us by heart the types ones. So first one is amyloplast, second one is eleoplast, and third one is aleuroplast. One more time, amyloplast, eleoplast, aleuroplast. So can you say by one more time? Ipo amyloplast stores starch. Starch or carbohydrates. So best example is potato. Next one, eleoplast stores oils and fats. Okay, eleoplast stores oils and fats, whereas aleuroplast stores proteins. The one more time once you see there, amyloplast stores carbohydrates or starch, best example potato. Eleoplast stores oils and fats, whereas third one also is there that third one is aleuroplast, which stores proteins. So here while watching this video, once you pause and pause the video, and once you try to revise whether these points are gone to your mind or not. Once you check, then only you try to move forward. So simply if you watch and if you go, so without learning anything, just with watching means you cannot understand, and these points, whether these points you learned or not, we could not find. Point you understood. So thereby, so after completion of these 4 lines only, then only you try to move forward to the next one. I hope you understood what I am saying. Now in plastids, we have discussed the information regarding colorless plastids. Now let us start to discuss another one, that is chloroplast. So in previous video only we learned chloroplast means which contains green color pigments. So we learned this point, isn't it? So that's why here now what is the point now I am going to give you is majority of the chloroplast of the green plants are found in the mesophyll cells. So majority of the chloroplast cell organelles of the green plants, where we can find out, we can found in the we can found in the mesophyll cells of the leaf. Ipo mesophyll cells means, did you remember? So in anatomy of flowering plants chapter, no, so while taking off a longitudinal section of dicot leaf and a monocot leaf, we have studied, no, in a dicot leaf palisade parenchyma and sponge parenchyma is there. So these are palisade parenchyma and sponge parenchyma combinedly we are calling as a mesophyll tissue or a mesophyll cells. And likewise, if you take a monocot leaf also there, so without any differentiation of palisade parenchyma and sponge parenchyma, just a mesophyll tissue only is present. So means here there in a monocot leaf, no, mesophyll tissue is not differentiated into palisade and sponge. So that particular information, I hope you remember that one. Okay, now here, so this particular chloroplast we can observe in mesophyll cells. Now, so what is the shape of these chloroplast cell organelles means, once you see there, lens shaped over there, oval shaped over there, spherical shaped over there, discoid, even ribbon like even a ribbon like shape cell organelles also are present. So means once you see there, the shapes point of view, lens shaped, oval shaped, spherical, discoid, even ribbon shaped chloroplasts also are present in various types of organisms and having of variable length. So length point of view, so 5 to 10 micrometer and width point of view 2 to 4 micrometer. Amma, this is important. Amma. So chloroplast, if you take this particular chloroplast length point of view 5 to 10 micrometers and width point of view 2 to 4 micrometer will be there, and the number varies from, once you see there, one here the number of number varies from 1 per cell to and 20 to 40 per cell. Did you understand? So here number point of view, based on the number, even in a mitochondria also, once we have concentrated on the number in mitochondria based on the physiological effects or based on the physiological metabolic activities, so mitochondrial number will be changed or the varies. Likewise we see, no. So likewise even in chloroplast also, one cell, suppose if you take a Chlamydomonas green alga, Chlamydomonas, I think so you have learned the Chlamydomonas, I think so you are preparing. So plant kingdom chapter for slip test examination, no. So there you will be knowing about this one, Chlamydomonas. If you see there how many number of chloroplasts we can find means, here you see there exactly spotlight, at the spotlight you will be getting of answer. Once you see there 1 means 1 per cell, means number of chloroplasts, how many are there in chloroplast? Only 1. Okay, next one 20 to 40, so 20 to 40 number of chloroplasts where we can find out, no, in mesophyll cells. So thereby here what is the point we can understand, no, based on the different types of organisms, the number of chloroplasts also is changes, simple terms. Like next line inge paathuko. Now like mitochondria, like what? Mitochondria, chloroplast also double membranous cell organelle, double membrane bound cell organelles. Of the two, inner chloroplast membrane is relatively less permeable. So means based on that, indirectly what is the point here we have to understand, no? Like mitochondria, even chloroplast also double membranous cell organelle. Means so thereby, suppose if they ask us in a NEET examination, so totally, so up to here, so up to here we have learned the information of mitochondria and chloroplast related to the double membranous. So thereby up to here 2 cell organelles with double membrane we studied. Actually one more also is there, that is its nucleus. So later we will be discussed. Okay, so that's why up to here we have discussed 2 cell organelles with double membrane. So next one here, what is the one important point we are learning now? In comparison of outer membrane and inner membrane of the chloroplast is relatively less permeable. Inner membrane of the chloroplast is relatively less permeable means outer membrane. So definitely it involves in the permeability of liquids or the permeability of which one, like minerals or the water content likewise. Okay, next one, the space is limited by inner membrane of the chloroplast is known as thylakoids. One more time, one more time, once you see there, that is this, the space is limited by the inner membrane of the chloroplast is known as thylakoids. So here diagram we need to get the information. So that side diagram is there, definitely I will explain for you that. Now here just information only, let us see. So the space limited by the inner membrane of the chloroplast is known as thylakoids are present in the stroma. So in this particular case, now what is information we can explain means, once I think so this particular diagram you are seeing there. So here we are taking stroma. So idima ipo paringa idi chinna sac like structures are there, no, one by one or arranged. So this particular group of sac like structures, okay, flattened group like structures now we are calling as, so each and every sac like structure we are calling as thylakoid. Ipo group of thylakoids we are calling as grana. Group of thylakoid means here once you see there, group of thylakoid point of view, the one grana, here grana. So means here grana means what is the point? Group of thylakoids. So this group of thylakoids we will be taking as grana. So grana, how it is a formation takes place? Because of the bulk of thylakoids. So when these bulk of thylakoids comes together, no, definitely results in the formation of grana. So then what is the use of this grana, sir? Why it is present in the chloroplast means, so this particular grana traps the sunlight. Sir, how, sir, it traps the sunlight means, on the membrane of grana or on the membrane of a thylakoid, no, we can find out the presence of different types of pigments. Pigments means chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, and simply carotenoids, xanthophylls. Likewise, there are different types of pigments are present on the thylakoid membrane. So did you understand? Once you see, so here if line is there, no, this line is nothing but thylakoid. Thylakoid is the line membrane. So try to understand. Suppose if you are having any doubts, no worry, I will explain. But here also I am explaining, but my explanation only you are unable to see, but through my voice you can get. Once you see there here, this particular sac like structure, each and every one, so singularly or simply each and every sac we can be taken as thylakoid. Group of thylakoids we are taking as grana. So ipo on the grana or on the thylakoid we can find out the deposition or the storage of pigments which helps in light reaction. So how helps in light reaction means, this role traps the light, trap the sunlight, and so it prepares the some kind of energy, and that particular energy useful for the preparation of food materials by the process of photosynthesis. Now let me explain this one only. Now what is the point? The space is limited by inner membrane of the chloroplast. So is called as thylakoid are present in the stroma. Now here thylakoids. So now thylakoids are arranged in stalks. If thylakoids definitely are stalk only is there, no, stalks like piles of coins known as grana. Simply, so grana is nothing but, so what we can understand means group of thylakoids. So simply what we can understand, group of thylakoids we can be taken as grana. So group of thylakoids we can be taken as grana. Next information here, what are the main important points to be discussed means, so once you see there here, next one, in addition there are flat membranous tubules. Once you see there, in addition means here group of thylakoids are there, no, so in addition to them, so there are flat membranous tubules. Flat membranous tubules are known as stroma lamellae. This is stroma lamellae. If you come on to the diagram and once you see there, inge grana is there, no. So these two granas are connected together by the presence of stroma lamellae. This is stroma lamellae, and likewise, so this particular stroma lamellae, sir, what is the main important use means, that helps in connecting of grana. Point purinjida. So try to understand clearly. Next one, the membrane of the thylakoids. membrane of the thylakoids. Enclosed space is known as lumen. One more time come on to the diagram. One more time here, once you see there, what is this particular one particular sac we are calling as thylakoid, now only we learn. Ulle paringa, ulle empty space is there, no? Exactly at spotlight. Empty space is there, no? That particular empty space we will be taking as lumen. Once, no, like in complex tissues information while learning, or complex tissues and simple tissues information, yes, we learned in sclerenchyma, dead mechanical tissue, there fibers and sclerites are there, no? There in fibers very exclusively we have seen the presence of lumen. Why dead tissue means which one will not be present? Cytoplasm is absent, no? Cytoplasm is absent. So there cytoplasm is absent means definitely we can find out the empty space. That particular empty space only our subject point of view we are calling as lumen, isn't it? So likewise here also thylakoids means the membrane of the thylakoid encloses a space. That particular empty space we will be calling as lumen. So on the lumen, so I can take one more class, but not here, in photosynthesis in a higher plane. So there, so how what are the assimilatory powers are there now? So to learn the somewhat information, so one class completely I'll take this empty space known as lumen. So just now name is enough, but there one complete class I needed. Okay, now what is the information now? The stroma of the chloroplast contains enzymes. Now again come on to the diagram. So here this particular empty space is there, no? This empty space and empty space. This particular entire empty space contains which one? Enzymes required for the synthesis of carbohydrates. This particular stroma. So definitely this particular stroma required. So what are the enzymes are present in this stroma? No? Required for the synthesis of carbohydrates and proteins. Okay, so required for the synthesis of carbohydrates and proteins. Next one, it also contains one simple point. So thereby here one important point I would like to give you. Group of thylakoids are there. Once come on to the diagram. Once this group of thylakoids, no, this group of thylakoids only we will be calling as grana. One important point, what is the use of this grana means it helps in light reaction. It helps in light reaction. So that's why here one important clue, that is light reaction takes place in grana. So that's why here this particular point how we have to remember, no? LG brand is there, no? So which will sell which one? TVs and refrigerators, washing machines. So LG brand is there, no? Company. So likewise here one particular name we can remember, grana, responsible for light reaction. So thereby light reaction takes place in grana. That's why light L and G, grana, LG. Okay, and stroma point of view, so this particular stroma, it is responsible for dark reactions. Grana responsible for light reactions means definitely stroma responsible for dark reaction. Sorry, light reaction means which one will be synthesized, and a dark reaction, in a dark reaction which one will be synthesized means. So one point here we learned, what is that? Stroma consists of different types of enzymes which are synthesizes or which are required for the synthesis of carbohydrates and proteins we are learning. So thereby in stroma, this empty space is there, no? In stroma, so because of the presence of photosynthetic enzymes, no? So their carbohydrates and protein synthesis process occurs. Then whereas in a grana what is happening sir means there ATP and NADPH2 appadina simply assimilatory power. Just to try to remember name mattam, that is assimilatory power. Assimilatory power is produced in grana. So what is assimilatory power is produced in a grana, no? That particular assimilatory power helps in starting of dark reaction. Point purija. So try to understand. Suppose if you are unable to understand that one, no, leave it, no problem. In a photosynthesis, so definitely this entire information I'll explain by one more time. Okay, now here once you see there, so the empty space is there, no, this particular empty space consists of different types of enzymes which are helps in the synthesis of carbohydrates and proteins. Now it also contains small double stranded circular DNA molecules and ribosomes. So here means like mitochondria here also we can find out what we can find out, double stranded circular DNA. Actually DNA must be present in the nucleus of the cell, but here in a chloroplast and in mitochondria, so small amount of DNA we can find out even in chloroplast and in mitochondria. So this particular point is important. Next one is next line. Now chlorophyll pigments are present in the thylakoids. Once you see there, we see no chlorophyll pigments, carotenoids, xanthophylls. Likewise in previous video we learned no, so these pigments, where these pigments are present on the thylakoid membrane. Thylakoid is nothing but in the chinna sac like structures are there now. Each and every sac like structure, flattened structure is there, no, like a pillow madri is there, no, each and every sac like structure we will be taking as thylakoid. So that particular thylakoid mele outer membrane will be there, no. On the outer membrane we can find out, which one presence of different types of pigments. Now here ribosomes of the thylakoid, ribosomes of chloroplast. Okay, once you see there, so ribosomes of the chloroplast. Okay, once you see there, even here if you see there, no, there we can find out a double stranded small DNA molecule, and ribosomes also we can find out. So thereby once did you remember DNA, ribosomes, RNA, these kind of molecules we can find out in nowhere mitochondria as well as chloroplast. Now here somewhat differentiation they are giving. What is that? So ribosomes of the chloroplast are the smaller than the cytoplasmic ribosomes. Actually we are studying eukaryotic cell information, no. So in eukaryotic cell what is our information we can find out? In cytoplasm 80s type of ribosomes are present, whereas in chloroplast and mitochondria 70s type of ribosomes are present. So introduction of this particular chapter we learn. So thereby here ribosomes of the chloroplast and mitochondria are smaller than the why here these ribosomes are very smaller means 70s type. So smaller than the cytoplasmic ribosomes. In cytoplasm 80s type of ribosomes are present, whereas in a chloroplast and mitochondria 70s type of ribosomes are present. That's why so this point we have written. I hope you understood this one. Next one, so this is diagrammatical explanation or diagrammatical information related to the chloroplast. Now ribosomes point of view, let us start to learn the another cell organelle, ribosomes. Now ribosomes are granular structures. Appadina seems to be chinna particles madri will be there. Granular structures are first observed under electronic microscope. EM means electronic microscope. To write it takes a lot of place, no, that's why EM I have written, but through my voice you can save electronic microscope as dense particles. Appadina seems to be very thick particles, dense particles. So first discovered by George Palade. So George Palade, scientist name. So that's why ribosomes are first discovered by George Palade, scientist. Next one, they are composed of ribonucleic acid, that is RNA and proteins. So here one point I remembered. What is that? Now you people are writing very excellent weekend test. So here what are the questions I am giving now? So definitely you are answering, you are able to answer all kind of questions. So how you are preparing at home, no? So you have a lot of enthusiasm to learn the knowledge. That's why even though in absence of particular chapter teachers or particular subject teachers, you are learning very well. So in this particular occasion, so definitely I have to appreciate you people. So those who are preparing well and those who are writing exams well. Emma, so why I don't know, I have remembered now. So that's why, so I spoke with you now like this, right? Now let me explain. Now they are composed of ribonucleic acid. Ribonucleic acid, RNA and proteins. So thereby ribosomes are made up of RNA and proteins and are not surrounded by any membrane. Emma, ipo paathuko inga ribosomes already once we have seen this one information in starting in introduction class, but now I would like to give by one more time. So ribosomes are definitely amembranous cell organelle. Amembranous apadena non-membranous. Emma, non-membranous cell organelle. Which one? Ribosome. Next one, this information we know very well. In prokaryotic information, while explaining of prokaryotic ribosome, I have given small information here, but even though I'll explain for you people, so that is the eukaryotic ribosome. Eukaryotic ribosomes are ATS type. Eukaryotic ribosomes. So definitely where we can see this ATS type of ribosomes in cytoplasm, and while the prokaryotic ribosomes 70S. So thereby one point you learn, that is in eukaryotes 80S type of ribosomes are present, and in prokaryotes 70S type of ribosomes are present. Each ribosome has two subunits. So each ribosome has two subunits. One is larger and one more is smaller. One is a large subunit is present and one more is a small subunit is present. Suppose one large one smaller definitely. Okay, so one large subunit and one small subunit is present. So two subunits in case of 80S type of ribosomes on there, 60S is a large subunit and 40S is a small subunit. Simple 80S type of ribosome. Suppose if you see there two subunits must be there, no? Large one, persu one 60 and chinnadi 40S. If sir yes means what sir means here next line definitely I'll give you like one important point, that is don't add year. This is not mathematics. Sir, 60 40 you have written, but here you have written 80 sir, 100 100 why you wrote like that sir? You don't think. So 80S type of ribosomes ke subunits here 60S 40S da. Next one, where 70S type of ribosomes already we have learned. So 70S type of ribosomes subunits 50S and 30S. Now if S means what? S means here S stands for Swedberg unit. S stands for Swedberg unit. So it is S stands for one more time sedimentation coefficient. Sedimentation coefficient centrifugation process we will use this word. So definitely, so I'll give you. So but here what is the point? Swedberg unit stands for sedimentation coefficient. Okay, it is indirectly a measure of density and size. Sedimentation coefficient is there, no? That particular process is indirectly measurement of density and size. So means density if you would like to find and size if you would like to find means, so we have to use the sedimentation coefficient test in centrifugation. So thereby we can find out the values. So next one, both the 70S and 80S type of ribosomes are composed of two subunits. So this one we have learned clearly. So this is some more information related to the ribosomes. Next one is a cytoskeleton. Cytoskeleton. Once you remember cytoskeleton, skeleton like structure which is present in the cell. In our body also bones are there, no ma? So all bones together join one organism, one complete organism formation takes place. So in our body bones structure is there, no? So because of the presence of bone structures, no, we are standing, sitting, sleeping. So whatever the work we would like to do, we are doing. Means suppose if skeleton structures are not there means, so entire meat will be like one ball madri will be there. Okay, means because of the presence of a skeleton in our body, so we are having proper shape. Likewise, that particular skeleton like structure, when it is present in the cytoplasm, grouply combinedly we are calling as cytoskeleton. Appadena skeleton like structure which is present in the cell we will be taking as a cytoskeleton. Then what is the use, or how, sir, how it arranges means, once you see there, an elaborate network of filamentous proteinaceous structures consisting of microtubules. Once you see there, cytoskeleton is network of filamentous proteinaceous structure. Network of filamentous proteinaceous structures. Okay, now here network like structures consist of microtubules, microfilaments and intermediate filaments. One more time paringa. It consists of microtubules, consists of microfilaments and made up of intermediate filaments. There are three different types of filaments over there. So these three different types of filaments comes together and form cytoskeleton. So where it is present? Generally it is present in the cytoplasm. Actually in our textbook one point not given. What is that point? No, this particular cytoskeleton which is situated from the, or which is situated between plasma membrane and nuclear membrane. Plasma membrane is there, no, just beneath inside of the cell wall. From there to up to the or till the nuclear membrane. So there. Next one, then what is the use of this cytoskeleton, sir? Means don't forget three functions definitely at any cost we have to remember. So what are the functions of this particular cytoskeleton means? So 2 points I have written. What is it? This particular cytoskeleton helps or provides the mechanical support and helps in motility. One more time, once you see there, this particular cytoskeleton helps in or providing of mechanical support and helps in motility, and third function also is there, that is what is that particular one? No, maintenance of the shape of the cell. So simply one definitely helps in mechanical support, second one is motility and provides shape. Shape here to write that one I don't have space, but through my voice you can get. This particular cytoskeleton provides or maintenance of the shape of the cell. Definitely suppose a cytoskeleton is there means which provides which one maintenance or which provides particular shape to the cell. Point you understood? So simple thing, maintenance of a proper shape to the plant cell or maintenance of a proper shape to the cell. Adi shape, shape. From motility point of view, motility means suppose here motility means locomotion madri we see, no, motility. And one more is mechanical support. Even this particular cytoskeleton which can give mechanical support also. Okay, so my dear students, you understood this explanation. So try to watch this particular video one by one. Suppose if you are unable to understand, no worry. So those who can learn by at a time, no, so no problem. So you can learn anything, but remaining people also learn very well. So until you learn this particular knowledge, so learn the knowledge. So it is right time to learn this one and be in a good position in our subject. Thank you and be safe at home.